Sorry, I had a big lunch. You ever had pussy?
I mean, that's not the normal note we start on, but welcome to another week of tax deductible gaming
podcast.
There's been a hard rebrand.
So we can write off the taxes of the amount of pussy we've been eating. Hey Dan, how's your pussy eating been going lately?
If anyone can't tell, Andy Lee is back on this week's episode of Tax Deductible
Don't give out my name. I want to be anonymous on this one.
Okay, sorry.
We have an anonymous person.
We have an anonymous caller.
Yeah, man. Let's do that.
Okay. Fuck.
Welcome to the Tang Gang, brother.
So this week we are joined by Anonymous to on the Tax Deductible Gaming Podcast. My name is Dan Dennis, as always. And this is completely thrown me. Just
hey man,
what happened?
Keep it organic. It's the best part. Don't go off script.
Yeah,
no, go off script.
I will never go off script. But yeah, so anyway, I'm not quite sure if the burp got recorded. It was essentially I went 3, 2, 1, pressed the record button, and I'm not quite sure, and I won't find out until I've edited it, just how if Andy's massive burp was recorded, and then just said, and then you heard the rest.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history, baby.
Woo!
I just start going back over it like it's Tenet, just like.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the last 10 minutes of the movie is you just reversing that burp and pussy eating comment, and it's in a fucking what does he call it? A pincer loop?
Yeah, pincer loop.
Yeah, and Robert Pattinson's always dying. Spoilers.
I don't get it, man. Why do I always have to die? It's just the way it is, Rob.
Welcome to Brisbane's best spoiler pussy eating podcast.
Spoilers, it fucking rocks. Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, okay. Man, this one's a hard E. I reckon this is a.
Oh no, you better keep all.
Oh no, it will. It will.
No,
but I'm just saying it's a hard E for explicit. This is.
Yeah, I'd say it's an R18.
R18 plus. If there are any children listening to this, just know it's pretty freaking sweet and.
It's pretty good. If you swear more, it's more cool.
Yeah.
Swear in school, kids.
Don't listen to your teachers. They may say swearing is sometimes
a
word, but they also reckon ice creams are sometimes food. And when you're an adult, it can be an all the time food.
Listen to Papa Lee and Uncle Dennis. We'll get you through school.
Yep. Sorry.
That's
all right. I don't know. I'm just... The energy, it's so much more than I was expecting because
it's a gaming podcast.
It's a gaming podcast, high energy. He's playing high stakes. He's coming in. He's riffing. It's hot.
Not really riffing. I'm literally doing a burp and then.
Yeah.
That's how all great comedy is done, really.
Yeah, all great comedy is done through riffing and burping.
A noise through your mouth and then. Sorry, I'll just shut up.
It's all good. So Anonymous as a return guest. I was going to say, because as we've done with previous guests, we've talked about their history with gaming. I've got 2 things that I want to talk about. So first one, right before we hit play, I asked you what month and year you were born in. You don't have to give... do you mind if I tell everyone?
Yeah,
cool.
I do mind.
Oh, you do mind?
No, I don't.
Okay, sick. Because it was going to be easy to figure out anyway. February 1994, the highest selling game on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System was Mortal Kombat.
That was on SNES?
Yeah, the original one was on the SNES. And on Sega Genesis, it was Sonic Spinball. And on the Sega CD, it was Sonic CD. Oh. And from that, I think Mortal Kombat, you played a fair bit of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I've played Mortal Kombat. I've been a teenager.
Do you think it's a coincidence then that your birth month coincided with the beginning of this franchise?
Yeah, man. It's also a coincidence that I'm Asian as well.
I wasn't implying.
No, it's all right, Dan. Yeah. Different strokes for different folks.
Okay. Yep.
You really are thrown, aren't you, brother?
I'm so thrown. I have no idea what's...
Just go on the
Let's
script.
go off script. Okay, so yeah, but I was going to say like Mortal Kombat. So have you played a fair bit of Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, it's pretty good because like I mean, like, yeah, I played a bit, but it's not like... I played a bit, but it's not crazy. Sorry, Dan, the mic wasn't close enough. But I'm not like a huge fucking fighting gaming kind of dude.
Yeah.
I'm more like an RPG kind of guy. But like, I've seen the new Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
That one looks fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those games where I think I've only ever played Mortal Kombat in... what was it? It was just... Actually, you know what? It was on the SNES. It was a friend in high school. Their family had a SNES, and that was my only experience of playing Mortal Kombat. And like, we went from Halo to playing Mortal Kombat, and it was just...
What a night.
Yeah, what a night. It was fucking sick. But also, we should have gone the other way around, because you go from a pretty fluid, well-controlling game to a janky game where the hitboxes are like 6 pixels. Like, you don't... The fist doesn't even make contact, and you land a hit.
I love me some Halo.
Yeah.
It took me a while to appreciate Halo.
It's pretty good. I'm playing through it properly now with my housemate in preparation for Infinite when that comes out at the end of the year.
I don't know about that, man.
I've got Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
So I'll get the campaign for free and the multiplayer for free. They're just going the free to play for the multiplayer, which makes the most sense. Because if it goes free to play, you can then sell packages, you can sell seasons. It's easy to sell skins and shit. Yeah, I don't know. Why are they back on... Are they back on, like, the first Halo ring? I have no idea. Because they're back on a Halo ring. They're back on a Halo ring. Well, the spoilers for the end of 5, have you played it? I've just watched the ending. Okay, yeah. So, for anyone who hasn't played it, suppose it's Cortana goes crazy and turns into an all-powerful god, essentially, from memory. Yeah, because what's the thing where AI get their own little disease in the world? Yeah. They go rampant? Man flu. They get COVID. Yeah. And yeah, so she turns into that. So Infinite's meant to be wrapping that up. But I remember originally it was like, it sounded like Infinite wasn't going to be kind of like a structural campaign. It was going to be more like an open world Halo game, similar to Gears of War 5. Yeah, how would they do? That's going to be a hard pivot. Which I do not care for at all. No, I like little concise... Halo's good with their like concise little chapters. Yeah. And like that's the way the story usually revolves. I like that part. Yeah, so that's pretty good. And then the other one is it's Hannah. Hey Zoe, how are you? You are thrown the fuck off. Yeah, I shouldn't have sat facing the door. The elements. The elements are fucking around. The lights are off. It just looks like I'll take a picture of this and I'll post it to my socials because this will be good. Take a selfie. Yeah, we'll take one at the end afterwards. No, just take one now. Just take a selfie now. Yeah, because then it's in real time. Here we go. We're going to take a selfie. Are you going to take a selfie of me taking? Oh no, that's the wrong way. No, we'll just take a picture of each other. Got ya. Can't believe this. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. There we go. That's gonna go. That's gonna. This is dumb as fuck. Yeah. And I was just saying how well this podcast is doing organically, so I don't know if this is the stuff that people who are listening are into or not. This is what I would like. I'd listen to this. Yeah, it's pretty... I was speaking to someone, and they were saying how someone else was listening to it and was like, oh, Dan isn't as much of a gamer as he lets on in the podcast, and to that I was like, oh yeah, that's the point. Yeah. I'm not really. I'm just only doing this. Like, this is... Just this is the closest you can get to fraud without it being fraudulent, essentially. Exactly. The only fraud I'm committing here is my pure love of video games. Yeah, we'll keep milking it, brother. And I do enjoy video games, but I'm not like a gamer. Not that there's anything wrong with being a gamer, to be honest. Well, there is a few things wrong with being a gamer. It depends. Yeah. Your thumbs, arthritis in the hands, that comes on early. The carpal tunnel. You have to wear one of those gloves like every librarian wears for some reason. The Michael Jackson glove. Yeah. Did you ever hear about that movie that was in the works? With Michael Jackson? Yeah, it was claimed the glove was like a sentient alien. Is this Moonwalker or a sequel to it? No, this was one. It was like a couple of years ago. The purpose of the movie... Sentient glove? The glove was an alien that was sentient and goes around and ruins kids' lives? Spot on, brother. Are you serious? Yeah, that was it. It was, the implication was that the glove was doing all, it was like, not only was the glove helping him make music, but it was also the glove's fault. Wait, was Michael Jackson writing this? No, not at all. Oh, was this so someone else's idea? Yeah, someone else wrote it, and it was like, it leaked that someone was looking to buy it, and then I think the Jackson estate rightfully swooped in and prevented it from ever being sold or getting made, either by buying it and burying it or...
That's probably their worst mistake.
Yeah.
The world needs to see that.
Yeah, well, they can just imagine it. I don't think that movie's going to be any better than how you can imagine it being.
Yeah.
But... video games, hey? The only other thing I was going to say, with your growing up with video games, the different video games you play, do you think that's influenced other parts of your life? Whereas, because spoilers, you do like to draw. Would you think like your drawing is inspired by the video games you play, or like your love of drawing and art came from playing video games whilst growing up?
Well, I think it all feeds into each other. Like movies are also entertaining, television shows, game is also a form of entertainment, obviously. I like comic books and manga, so it all feeds into each other.
Yeah.
Games are just interactive movies for me, but also there's another level to it where it's like, you just get swept away into another world, which is what everybody likes to do every once in a while in their life.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. No, that's cool. Because I've just seen some of the stuff you draw, and like it's honestly pretty sick. If anyone follows you on Instagram from the first episode, you would have seen it.
Not after this, baby.
But off the first episode, and then it's just the second episode now, where it's kind of like, we gotta, but yeah, it's cool stuff, and it's clearly based on stuff like Dark Souls and like the Star Wars stuff you were doing today.
Stuff like
that was looking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of just hot riffing up top of pure confusion. Let's get into the news. It's the news time, baby. First up, we have a fan submission. This story, by fan submission, I mean my mate. My friend Keenan, shout out to Keenan, sent me an article, said this would be a good one for the pod. And I was like, I saw this, but I hadn't read it. It's James McAvoy burned his Oblivion disc because he was too addicted to it.
I saw that. You know who? Yeah, go on.
And it's just like, man, I hope nobody tells him about Game Pass and that all of Bethesda's games are there. Like, if you think Oblivion's good, brother, Morrowind's on there, Skyrim's on there, Fallout.
There are some games where it's just like you can only do a one and done. I can't go back to Skyrim.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I probably wouldn't go back to Skyrim. I don't think I'd go back to an Elder Scrolls game until there's a new one.
Yeah. But weirdly with Fallout, I could redo that a lot. I don't know why.
I think because Fallout, you can do such different playthroughs.
Okay.
And there's like a different variety of weapons, whereas like Skyrim is very much just...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
you don't
magic.
Really need to start another playthrough with
Skyrim. You could just change. Yeah, you can just continue what you're doing and change your playing style. But what I liked about it was he was legitimately working on a movie, and he had to like leave home at like 5:45, and he was up till like 3 a.m. every morning and just not learning his lines.
That's what Oblivion will do to you.
That's what Oblivion did to him. Like, we've all been there. We've all been there. We played a game so much it's completely ruined our life.
Oh, Red Dead. I think Red Dead was... It didn't ruin my life, but it definitely was just like, man, I'm waking up at 9 and then realizing, shit, it's 8 p.m.
You know what that kind of was for me? I think the earliest experience I had for that was Battlefield 3 and Skyrim that summer. Because it was the summer holidays. That's summer. It was the summer holidays. The summer where it was just all my mates had an Xbox 360 would be up at 6 a.m., jump on a party, and just say either playing Battlefield multiplayer or playing Skyrim, and just on chat for like 6 hours. And then the only other game that's come close to it was the first Spider-Man, because I didn't have a PlayStation. So I bought it, went over to my friend's place, and just stayed at his place for the weekend finishing it. And like I smashed it. I started it Friday night, finished it like midday Sunday.
Jesus Christ.
And I was just up till 3 a.m, woke up at 7, started playing again. It was so fucking good. Yeah. Because I knew it was like, if I don't finish it this weekend, I'm not going to come back and finish this game. No. So I had to finish it.
Some games do have like that. There's like for me, it's like 2 weeks. And then if I haven't finished it in 2 weeks, it will take a really long time for me to ever go back to it and finish it again. Definitely.
I feel like I'm kind of like that. There's a certain...
There's a hook. You get a hook.
There's a hook. So there's like a half-life of how long you're ready to invest into a game. Yeah. And I think that's the issue I have with a lot of games, like big open world ones. If it feels like I'm not progressing enough over the course of 2 weeks, like I think for me, like an ideal gameplay length is at max about 25 hours for the main story. Anything longer than that, it's kind of like I'll play it, I probably won't finish it, and then I might come back to it, and I'll play it again for a week or so, and then
You'd hate Persona, man.
That's good.
Why?
I just mean, I've got it, but it came for free with PS5.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But
it's like 100 hours of it's like a
So
life
many-
sim or something.
dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like half life sim, half RPG, man.
That does sound
But
fun. Though.
Pokemon-esque RPG.
Fucking hell. We're gonna talk about that. But what was it? Yeah, it just says like he realized it was 5:35. Realized it's getting picked up in 10 minutes. Hadn't learned any of his lines. Just walked into the kitchen, put the disc on the gas stove, and set it alight.
I can imagine that.
And just like I'm
the
picturing,
darkest way possible.
I'm picturing like when they try to like burn the ring, and just melt the ring in like his little fire in his house, and it's like you can't do it, Frodo. But now in a much more wholesome way, he has come back to video games, but it's just on Call of Duty Warzone, and him and all of his buddies just jump on, play every couple of nights together, have a chat, have a riff about life.
Who's also a huge nerd, but barely anyone would know, is Henry Cavill.
What do you mean barely anyone would know?
What do you mean?
That's such common knowledge. That video of him, that video of him building a computer last year.
Oh, but like people that just know Henry Cavill from movies but don't know in depth about him.
Yeah, I think that changed last year with the computer building video. Yeah,
your assumption of him wouldn't be that guy's a gamer.
Yeah.
But that guy's a fucking nerd.
Yeah, because he had like he got treated for like a WoW addiction or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the reason why his Geralt is because The Witcher 3 is one of his favorite games.
So many times,
which is hilarious because like. Imagine
he weebed his way up.
Yeah, imagine finding out that you're doing The Witcher for Netflix. You're like, this will be good. We're not going to have an amazing budget because it's Netflix. Yeah. It's not going to be HBO, but this will still be pretty good. And then finding out Henry Cavill wants to play Geralt and just going, well, how low will he go?
But have you seen The Witcher?
No, it was one of those shows where I just didn't have time in my life for an hour.
It's actually pretty good.
I've heard it's very good. I'm aware of the time jump that happens. Or like, not a time jump, but...
It's not a time jump, but they do...
It's multi-linear stories happening
One starting at pretty much after a huge event, and one starting before a huge event, and then it's just meeting in the middle.
Yeah.
But it has made me excited for season 2.
Okay. I definitely need to watch that then. But yeah, and then this one answers like, we're just catching up. We're just talking about life, love, all that stuff. Just while getting absolutely annihilated by 12-year-old children from other countries. So, gotta stay humble. We love you, James. I
don't know if like the chats are still like this, but like when you go into like Call of Duty and shit, are people like still just hurling slurs and stuff?
When I played a bit of it last year. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So it still hasn't changed.
I hated it. I was just
really?
I turned off mic. I was like, I don't need to hear any of this. I'm just gonna, or I just played it in a party. Next bit of news for the week. This is a big one from not so much a big one for me because I never played this game, but I played some sequels of it. The Quake remaster.
I never played Quake.
And the new Did you ever play Quake 3 Arena?
No, but I'm pretty sure kids at school would play it on ROMs on the computers when we were supposed to be doing work.
Quake, pretty much, that was my exposure to Quake 3 Arena, was just people playing in the computer lab when they should be doing work.
Wasting time. Yeah.
It was like, it ended up just becoming this game that became like a school fundraiser and stuff. Like they do Quake competitions and like... I was pretty excited for this, and I was looking at the graphics. It's interesting where they haven't remastered it to the point where it's like reskinned or anything. Like it's still like the pixel graphics from that era of gaming.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But 3D, so it's like it's still clear. So like the things don't look flat. They're just kind of like it's all kind of Minecraft, not Minecraft. I don't know. Oh man, what is this? I just got to look back in your memories. It looks like I just got from my OneDrive. It looks like a image from like Titanfall or something.
Is there a new Titanfall?
No, it's some image that just popped up on my laptop.
Oh,
I was like, look back at this. Next, let's see if we sign in. Well, I was pretty excited by that, but also it was like, what I think was the coolest thing about it was that they added a new chapter like 30 years later. They added a whole new bit of the story to it.
To Quake?
Yeah, to Quake.
Quake had a story?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Quake 3 Arena was just like the
I
FPS
thought it was
part.
just shooting.
What is this game? What do you reckon? Yeah, this is definitely Titanfall. That's a Titan.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, this was just came up in my OneDrive memories.
Who is Mizzy P19?
I have no idea. I don't know who any of those people are. But anyway, that was kind of strange and coincidental.
Considering we're doing a gaming podcast
right now. It's
right now.
But yeah, those games also went straight to the Quake remaster. Went straight to Game Pass as well, which is pretty cool. The Quake remaster went straight to Game Pass.
Oh shit!
So like, I'll probably in a week or two, or maybe over Christmas, I'll probably dive into that.
Fuck yeah, man!
Have a look at that. That was pretty fun.
Fuck yeah!
Instead of paying for it on the PlayStation 5. Next one.
All right, mate.
Next one's not, but actually no, I won't care. It was just going to be that the new WarioWare got a demo for the Switch. I'm probably going to download that over the weekend because I'm going to a wedding and I can't take any consoles with me to the coast. I'm not going to be at the back of a wedding playing a Switch, but
I would totally do that.
Just like me and all the 10-year-old nephew cousins, just like on an iPad.
Play Pokemon. Fuck yeah, trade Pokemon.
This next one's kind of interesting. One of the creators of Vine has announced their new thing. It's called SubDrive. It's a virtual console but boringly, it only runs old arcade games. But this is the weird part. It uses NFTs for cartridges.
What?
Yeah, so like the data stored in the image is the game. So there'll only be a certain amount of copies sold, and each one's kind of customizable to a certain person. And
is that not just dumb as shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is dumb.
Am I missing something?
No, I just don't get it.
I think
it just
Bethesda's
seems
going to do that next.
Bethesda.
They just even single out the console.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not to Xbox, baby.
Yeah.
They're already NFT.
Yeah. They're already NFT. That's a proto NFT.
Yeah. If you sign exclusively to Xbox and all your games come day one to Game Pass, you're an NFT, baby.
You fucking
Deathloop. Yeah, Deathloop in a couple of weeks is meant to be the last Bethesda game on PlayStation for a while.
That sucks.
Because there's no confirmation of any future Elder Scrolls or Fallout games or the
That is just, it's so shit.
Yeah. It's pretty funny because essentially what's happened here is that Xbox spent the entire past generation just recruiting smaller studios and making more money, and Game Pass, so that they could do Game Pass becoming their main selling point. Then they got so much money that they could buy big studios.
Well, that's pretty smart.
Whereas Sony just spent all their time investing in first-party titles, which has worked out pretty well for them.
It has, yeah.
But now they're starting to lose those third-party titles because
Microsoft's catching up.
Well, yeah. Well, it's not even Microsoft catching up. It's Microsoft just buying out third-party, making them first-party.
Well, the only thing that came out recently where I'm just like, damn it, it's not on PS5. The Ascent. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Is that not on PS5?
Nah, it's exclusive to Xbox only.
Okay, cool. I was looking. I'm not a big fan. Sometimes I'm very iffy on isometric games. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. And then what really blew my mind is that someone who was playing it on Windows was able to play it in first person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's a first person.
Like clearly,
mode.
That's just computer shit.
Yeah, there's a first person mode in the code, and they just like mucked around with the code and.
Fuck, that would have been sick.
Yeah, and they were able to play it through in first person, and it looks fucking stunning. Man, like it was, yeah. I didn't realize the Ascent was Microsoft exclusive. Looks pretty. Yeah, everyone seems to be loving that.
Yeah, well, not me.
Yeah, not you. Anyone who's played it looks sick. It's like this rocks. It's the next one. I forgot to mention this last week. GTA 3 Vice City and San Andreas is getting remastered.
Fuck yes.
I'm so excited. I'm hoping they're being sold as a package instead of...
dude, yeah. It's going to be like Uncharted.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah.
1, 2, and 3, hopefully. That it would be so dumb if they would do it.
All I'm hoping is that not only do they remaster, but they also fix some of the controls. So it's not as janky.
I'm going straight back to Vice City, man.
You went back to Vice City? So that's the first one.
Yeah.
So I reckon I'd go back to 3.
Really?
I really enjoyed 3. I thought 3 was like a nice kind of simple mob story. Vice City's fucking fun.
Yeah.
And San Andreas is just the one I played the most through San Andreas, and then Grand Theft Auto 5 as well, I guess. But
San Andreas goes like, for me, it's like Vice City, San Andreas, and then 3.
Yeah. And even then, I think the appeal of San Andreas was the fact that it was co-op in parts.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that was the most fun thing
and
about
you can
it.
fucking it as well.
Yeah. Could you? I was a virgin in San Andreas.
That's right. You could fuck the game.
Oh, okay. you took the discount.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. That's what James McAvoy did, but right before burning it.
Yeah, he burned it with his cum.
God. Now just a final bit of news before we get into the game of the week. Pokemon, the Pokemon thing that happened the Pokemon.
Oh,
Connect.
Legends.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So firstly,
They can kill you now.
Diamond and Pearl looked. I don't know. To me, I'll play them.
I won't get it.
I've never. Have you played them originally?
Yeah, but it just looks like the Let's Go version of.
See, but even then, Let's Go had Pokemon running around.
Well, this one doesn't.
No, only in that underground world is the Pokemon running around. So when you're up, there isn't. I'll play it because I've never played Diamond and Pearl.
Okay.
That's why I'll be getting it. But
Alright.
and that's like it's like that and the black and whites are the only ones I haven't played.
I'm not gonna. It doesn't really excite me. Legends is at least.
Legends looks fucking sick. It's like, hey, can you give us your Breath of the Wild map?
Yeah.
And ideas. And then like, because it's even down to the what's it called in Breath of the Wild? Not the corruption. What's the
Isn't it the corruption?
Is it the corruption? The in
Oh
Breath of the
no,
Wild?
the corruption is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, no. What's the one in Breath of the Wild? The Ganondorf energy around the place.
I've no idea. I think it might also be corruption.
I don't think it is.
Well, we'll just have a squiz.
Yeah, and he's just having a Google. But even the point of this is that Legends is pretty much doing the exact same thing, and it's turning like Pokemon rampant, and they get these red eyes, and they'll attack you and stuff. There is a lot of flack online for the graphics of the game.
It's not even done yet.
A, it's not even done. B, we all know the Switch isn't that powerful.
Yeah,
It's
the
console.
It's a fucking Switch. Oh, it's called Malice.
Malice. There we go.
Damn, close enough. Yeah, it's a fucking Switch.
It's a Switch. It's a Pokemon game, and I don't know. It looks cool. I like the idea that you have two different. You can either choose to throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon, or throw a Pokeball with one of your Pokemon at a Pokemon to start a fight.
Yeah.
Or if you don't throw your Pokemon at it, it can just come at you and kill you.
Yeah. If you get hit 3 times, you go back to town.
Oh, is that it?
Yep.
Oh man, I didn't pick up on that.
You don't actually die.
You just go back to town. You wake up in your bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
what
cool.
happened. It's like you got
okay. So
fucked by a Dragonite.
Similar to if all your Pokemon faint in a battle. Yeah.
Just a Dragonite in the wild, just hyper beam you.
Yeah. My favorite part, the new region's Growlithe.
Yeah.
It looked so adorable.
Wasn't there another one as well?
There was no, there was a couple of new Pokemon that were exclusive to that region.
Oh,
and
the reindeer, that's right.
There's the reindeer and then there's the fish thing. And the implication is that they go extinct in this following the events of this
Damn,
game.
that's fucking sad as shit.
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't have been so goddamn tasty.
All right, well.
That's my favorite. You know that weird internet meme where people are like, are people eating Pokemon?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
I thought in my head there were Pokemon and there were also just normal animals as well.
No.
Yeah. That's a shame.
No.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they all eat Magikarp because it's
tasty.
Yes, that's January next year, and I am very excited for that game. That looks so fucking good. It looks so much fun, and I can see myself just sinking so much time into it.
I might get a new Switch, actually.
No, but why?
Well, because mine's like 4 years old.
Yeah, but the new Switch is pretty much the same processing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like it's not a PAL update. It's like a graphics update.
Yeah. You convinced me, Dan.
Yeah, if you're gonna hold off on a handheld, I'd hold off until the Steam PAL comes here.
Oh yeah, is it okay.
Yeah, if you're after a new handheld, I'd probably do that. And then because the next Nintendo Switch isn't even like a new console. It's just the same console with a different type of screen. It's a bigger screen. Processing power is not that different.
Nintendo takes so long to release a console. Like the Wii U was out for like.
Well, yeah, it's now.
Actually, no. The Wii U came out after like the Xbox 360. Or was it after
I think it was like
PS4?
I think it was like 2011, 2012 was Wii U.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Or maybe it was earlier than that.
They're ahead of the game, if anything.
But it was something like now. It's like the time between now and when the Switch came out is longer than the time between the Wii U and the Switch coming out.
Is it?
Yeah, that's how time works, unfortunately. Yeah, because the Wii U wasn't that popular, and the Switch was just minor upgrades on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Taking that handheld platform thing, because the Wii U was just taking how do we combine a console with a handheld, and then the Switch is just how do we make the handheld the console. Simple.
My body is ready.
Simple. Sweet. I was looking at a different thing. I was like, how have we only been going for 11 minutes? But no, that's the total amount of hours I've recorded on this, I think. Sick. Okay, so that's it. That's the news. All the news for the week. And it's time to talk about a game, the game of the week, which I should have looked up how to pronounce the final word in it.
Let's hear.
There's a great.
Okay, Dan the Butcher Dennis, go for it, mate.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
You nailed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What do you think it was going to be?
Oh, I have no idea. I was just
Tsushima?
Yeah, Ghosts of Teriyaki.
It's co-host of Tsushima.
Yeah. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. It's the director's cut. It's not so much a new game. It's a director's cut, complete remaster on PS5. If you own it on PS4, it's only a small amount of money to upgrade it to the new PS5 version. Plus, get the whole new campaign and a new island as well.
Yes.
A completely open world game in the style of an Assassin, some of the new Assassin's Creeds, but so much better.
It's such a
Japan.
beautiful green Assassin's Creed game.
It was.
And you're Japanese.
I had heard how beautiful this game was to play.
It's fucking
gorgeous.
It is
gorgeous. The first time you're riding your horse through it, like when the title screen comes up and you're just riding through the field and the wind. It is amazing. Like, it's just a game where you can just ride around forever and just take it all in. And
dude. It like the story comes second. Not that it's not a bad story, but just the story just takes like passenger seat, and you just go off and just it's so good. So many like little nooks and crannies, so many little collectibles, to like discover and shit as well. I really loved it. It was so beautiful.
So you played through, because when did this game come out on PS4?
Came out last year?
Oh, was it only last year?
I swear it was last year. It wouldn't have been 2019.
Huh.
It would have had to be in last year.
Okay. Well, that's all good then. Yeah, I thought it was slightly older. I didn't realize because I thought Death Stranding was the last big game that came out on PS4.
No, Tsushima was.
Okay.
Death Stranding was end of 2019.
Yeah.
And then Tsushima was like the last huge first party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so far, spoiler alert, I've only played maybe 2-3 hours of this, and a lot of it's just been riding around. It is so much fun.
It is fucking huge, man.
Yeah, because I was like, oh man, like this map seems pretty big, and I was just riding around from like one place to the next. I'm like, this map is huge.
Yep.
I genuinely could not believe how big this map is. Something I've been enjoying a lot just from riding around, and I think it's an interesting thing, is that instead of the camera being right behind your character, it's character's to the left of the
it's not
the camera.
It's not center of screen.
No, and like I was wondering, is that like a deliberate choice? Or
I mean, surely it makes things much more like It suits the game because it's like it makes the screen more like a portrait.
Yeah.
Instead of things being on center, if everything's on center, it's more bland, especially your character. Yeah. Rule of thirds and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It helps tremendously with it.
Yeah.
And also the combat is fantastic, considering that obviously it was going to be because fucking Infamous was great as well.
Oh, it's by the same people.
They're the Infamous guys.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
Sly Cooper.
Get out. These guys are Sly Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sucker
I
Punch,
had no
man.
idea. Well, I knew it was Sucker Punch only because the title thing came up last night, but I haven't got into
when you're jumping around, I'm just like, oh, this is an Infamous jump.
Ah, fuck
because it's all like floaty, kind of like jumping around. You just automatically go to the actual ledge that you're supposed to go to. Like, you won't miss all the time. Yeah, it's much more fluid.
Yeah,
and forgiving.
That was something because when I first did that climb, it's like maybe the third, fourth. It's like as soon as you finish the intro thing. I went to find the sensei who's like a master of archery. Yeah. And you go up to the top outside the hot springs, like, that's this thing up there. And you're like, oh, and it's like, glad there. I was like, oh, this seems to be right. I'm like, I reckon I can climb that cliff. And I saw it. I didn't like it at first that it was just the L joystick.
Okay.
I didn't like it. It was like by the third jump, I was like, oh, this is so much better. Because I'm so used to like controlling where you move with the joystick and pressing X to activate the thing. And being able to just fluidly just like push where you want to go. yeah, it just made it so much smoother. It meant I didn't have to worry about like accidentally over jumping or anything.
No, yeah.
It just seemed to like in some aspects people were like, oh, that's easier, but like in other aspects it just made for a more fun experience. It made it feel like I was actually like the skilled samurai
that you were born to be.
Yeah, because
Daniel Denison.
Yeah, because I think that's an issue you find with a lot of games where they do this big story about how you're like a skilled warrior or like a great soldier, and then like you'll just keep on dying. Or there's some stuff that you should, in the concept of the narrative, have already mastered, but like,
or they just do the thing where they just do the God of War thing.
Yeah,
where they just take it all away in the beginning.
Yeah, which is like a smart way to do it.
Fucking nerfed.
Yeah. And like, yeah, so I do enjoy that with games like, no, you are skilled, so like this isn't going to be something that your character should be able to fuck up. And you were talking a bit just before about the combat.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. I fucking loved it. Because
it gets better. It just gets better.
Because one of the things I hate, and I'm really bad in a lot of games, is parrying. Mm-hmm. And this makes the system...
Not a problem here, baby.
Not a problem. It's such an easy way to parry. It makes combat so much fluid and more fun. It makes you feel like... Once again, it makes you feel like you've already mastered the sword and being able to like dodge, like just circle on the L thing and you'll just dodge and then you can go for a quick attack.
You know, Japan, when Ghost of Tsushima was released, they were just like, fuck, like Westerners made the best Japanese. They were so like ashamed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it was just like Japanese studios was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
this is bullshit. Hey, it's a good game, man. The combat's fucking sick.
The combat's fun. Being able to just like quickly weave in and out of enemies is a lot of fun.
And wait till it opens up even more.
I think that's something where I was talking about this with Death's Door last week, where every time I die, it doesn't feel like I was overpowered by the game. It felt like I had fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really enjoying. It's like you feel compelled to play through it again. As soon as you die, you're like, okay, well, this is what I did wrong this time. This is what I should do differently.
Yeah.
So it's like even some things I was doing where I was consistently dying. I was like, why don't I let them? Like, I'm not going to charge into battle. Why don't I let them come to me?
Yeah.
And then I can like map it out from there. I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah, or you can just go in like a badass and just like it's got like in the D-pad it's got the come at me cunt button, like that fucking...
Oh yeah, when you come into a group of them.
Yeah, it's so good. I just love that. It's like
it's so much fun where it's just like you're calling for a standoff and you press the up button and it's like, oi, I'm gonna kill you. And like, no, you're not. Yeah. And you just hold down a button and then when they start to swing, you just release it. And you cut off their head.
Fuck everyone up, man.
It's so good.
I remember like one time when I wanted to play the game beginning, I was just like, I want this in Japanese, and I'm gonna try and put it in black and white. And black and white was fine, but the Japanese audio is not the default mouth lip recording. It's English. So it's a little twist from usually if things are recorded in Japanese, the English thing's off.
The black and white was a very interesting choice.
Kurosawa mode, I think it's called.
Yeah, Kurosawa. It's very funny. It's like it's inspired by Kurosawa to look like one of Kurosawa's old samurai movies, which is just a funny way of saying, yeah, Kurosawa, when he was around making movies, they just had film, and film looked kind of shit. Like, we're just gonna make this game look kind of grainy. It's gonna get the black spots of like dirt on film.
I love it.
It's good. I thought it was such a funny addition. I was like, I could see if you played through it.
Yeah,
but I could also say like, this is such a novelty that I would not want to.
No, but like it's good to just be like, fuck. It does feel like I'm in a Kurosawa film.
Yeah.
Jin Sakai.
So what was and the thing I liked at the start is that classic, they make you fight the big bad at the end of like the first level, and then I was like, why am I not landing any hits on this guy?
Oh,
like this
I
sucks.
hate that fucking shit of just like, oh, this is a boss that's meant to kill you, and yet you're freaking out just like, am I like shit?
Am I bad at this game?
Am I bad at this? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I've just bought this game. I was really excited for this game, and I feel like I'm bad at this game. And then after he killed me, instead of it restarting, it just goes to a cutscene and me being thrown over a bridge. I was like, oh.
It's kind of like Sekiro, because in the beginning of Sekiro, you're supposed to lose the guy.
Yeah.
But there's so many playthroughs of people just clearly beating the shit out of the first boss.
Yeah.
Killing him, and then it just does this sneaky cutscene of just like some guy from a cliff distracting you, and then he gets back up and just fucking cuts your arm off.
Oh my god.
Cheap.
Not a fan of it. So
No.
that's why we disagree.
I hate it.
Yeah. You were saying earlier with the combat stuff upgrades. What type of stuff are we talking?
So you eventually will get to a point where you can, you have, I forgot what it's called. It's like an honor meter, I think. It's probably called something else. But like,
where it's like it raises your level and people respect you and they know your story and
there's
stuff.
There's that, but then there's this also, I forgot what they call it. It's like the magic system, I guess. It's not magic, but it's your focus, I guess. And you have these little circles that represent how filled up your focus is.
Oh yeah, and you get points every time you kill someone. You use that to heal.
Yeah, it builds up. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so there comes a point where you can, you know how you can do the thing where you just say, "Oi, come at me."
Yeah.
At the beginning, if you plan, I think you can plan your... Oh, no, that's how you build up that meter. No, you can use it to, like, go and just do these swift kill moves that are really cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you hold down, like, 2 buttons at the same time, and it charges, and then you can, like, kill the... just do heavy damage to the, 5 closest enemies near you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's a really sick addition. Also, they, have more equipment that comes in.
Yeah.
Like, the fucking poison blow dart is so sick.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. I just got the longbow, and the longbow is pretty fun. I wasn't great at it. Just getting used to the whole distance thing, and the arrows actually dropping.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really come into effect in most modern shooters or most other games.
No.
But so that was something I need to get used to.
It's so pretty.
But yeah, upgrading abilities I think is something that the PlayStation owned games, like first party games, do really well. Like God of War upgrading your attacks and defense stuff, and that's so much fun.
That was the first time that ever got introduced to God of War.
Yeah.
And man, that was a risky move, dude.
Yeah.
Like for the developer. Have you seen like the documentary of the making of God of War?
No.
It's so stress inducing because like it's Corey Barlog he directed the second one.
Yeah.
And then he went off to make Tomb Raider.
Okay.
And then he got called back to Santa Monica, and it was just like, all right, we're gonna reinvent the entire game. People were just like, are you fucking crazy? It's like, yeah, we're gonna give him a son. It's like, all right, and some people are just like, I'm out.
We are not doing this.
Neck minute, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Suck a dick, baby.
Because that, and even like Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man's a game where it makes sense to upgrade the abilities, but like, that completely changes combat as the game goes on. In some ways to its detriment, where combat just becomes
too easy.
Too easy. I found in Spider-Man.
Oh, not when you get it on hard. When you get it on like the hardest difficulty, you're just like, I guess this is actually quite good.
Yeah,
you do need to fucking string up a lot of people with these powers.
Yeah, but and I've really been loving it. Like just being able to like dodge is just I don't know. I know this is something. It's like, man, this dodging must be sick for dead. This is coming from a guy who, in every single game previously, is just so bad at blocking and dodging, and
you'd never do Dark Souls.
I'd never do Dark Souls.
You could never do it.
No, and like so, this is for me being able to play a game where it's like where you can like double dodge. So like if a spear comes at you, and then when you dodge, you've dodged your way into like an enemy, and then you dodge again, you roll around, and then you do a quick attack on that second enemy, and then I think the only complaint I've got about combat is sometimes the camera's too focused. The camera isn't as fluid.
Yeah. That is a thing.
As it should, and like sometimes I'll get hit because the camera was in a bad angle, so I didn't see the person who strikes me. Yeah,
minor little gripes.
It's such a small gripe for, once again, a game I played for 3 hours. Oh man, you know what? Didn't even mention the wind. Using the wind as a fucking
that's a cool part. Yeah,
that was just like
because it reminds you of like Dead Space. Have you ever played Dead Space?
No, I haven't played Dead Space.
Dude, Dead Space was the most.
That's also getting a remake. You were the one who told me.
Oh yeah, it's probably the most innovative fucking. It's got the most innovative UI.
Yeah,
because it's the first one where it might have been the first one, but it's probably the first one of note where your health meter was on the back of your suit. Your kinetic energy, which is like your telekinesis, it's on the back of everything's on the back of your suit. Your in-game menu is in your suit as well, and it doesn't pause the game at all. Like if you want to like get to your health or to your ammo, there are quick buttons for your health, but if you need to get to, say, like, you might want to get to, like, a 3-pack ammo or something like that.
Yeah.
You have to pause, you have to go into the menu, but enemies can still fuck you up. I can't wait for the remake of Dead Space.
Yeah, that does sound sick. I mean, that's pretty cool. Of just, like, it's one big narrative thing. There's no immersion breaking by going in menus.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How is that like the win though?
Oh yes, the navigation in Dead Space. If you hit the right trigger,
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you hit the right trigger. Like your character just puts his hand out and like a hologram line points you to the objective you're supposed to be going.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's quite nifty.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about the win thing is that whilst it's kind of precise but not super precise, so you're more heading in a general direction than anything else, which just allows you to do more exploration, like on that process. Like you're not, and because you're on horseback, you're not necessarily following paths.
No,
you're riding through forests, you're riding through fields, you're going across creeks, you're meeting enemies, you're meeting people who need help from the Mongols. We didn't even mention the story of this game. It's the Mongols invading Japan.
Yeah, they're really going for it.
And that was such a funny opening scene. It reminded me a lot.
Mongols fucking decimating Japan.
No, the send me your greatest fighter and I will best him, and the guy just comes up, throws a cup of oil on him and then sets him alight.
That's how they do it.
It just reminded me so much of that scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh,
where in real life it was Harrison Ford was hungover and didn't want to do the scene.
That's great.
But yeah, for anyone who's unaware, it's the sword fighting scene in the first Indiana Jones movie where the swordsman comes at Indiana Jones and Indiana Jones just pulls a gun out and shoots the guy.
Fucking Harrison Ford's the best, man. He does not give a flying fuck about any of the franchises he's really done.
There's only one franchise he cares about.
What's that one?
Blade Runner, baby.
Yeah, it's true.
He loves Blade Runner.
Blade Runner's great.
Yeah.
I watched the second one again.
It's such a good movie.
It's just so beautiful.
Have you watched all the short movies for it? Have you watched the short films for 2049?
No.
There was a whole bunch. So there's like 3.
I know there's the Jared Leto one.
Yeah, there's also like an animated one. And it only goes for like maybe 10, 15 minutes. But there was 3 short movies made in the lead up to 2049 that are all very much worth you watch. They should all be on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll probably check them out.
But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, I think... I'll have to ask you. You probably aren't aware of the new rating system of is this game worth going to jail for?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You'd say, and I would agree. I would 100% agree. I'd say if you've got a PlayStation, if you've got even a minuscule amount of time in your hands, go in on this game.
Yeah, because it's not too hard, and because that's one thing that people get really like. Especially because I work in retail, it's just like, hey, you should get this game. It's like, man, I don't have the fucking time. I've got kids. And like, this is an easy get in, get out kind of thing.
And I think on that, it's also, as a people, it's time to popularize the idea of playing easy if you're short on time. And that's what I liked about it. It's also something I'm seeing a lot in video games now where easy, they say it's easy and it's like, this is for people who don't have a lot of time and just want to play through the story.
Do you remember when easy used to be like, if you're a fucking pussy, then you play on... Do you remember that?
Yeah, do you remember toxic culture in gaming? before it was just racist slurs and misogynism.
I think in Metal Gear Solid you have to wear a goose head or like a rooster's head as default.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So yeah, it's a good game. I would highly recommend playing it. Andy, do you have any plugs for the end of the episode? Anything you want people to check out?
No, nothing of mine. Nothing of concern.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing.
I'm a private man.
Awesome. Yeah.
Captain Anonymous.
Yeah, forgot. We were calling you Anonymous, not Andy.
Oh, it's too late now.
That's all good. And I guess for me, same plugs as always. No, do you want people to find you on Instagram again?
Oh, okay, yeah. Andy Pandy Lee.
Nice. It's a good thing I'll put in the show notes. And for me, same plugs as always.
Oh, someone's already got
someone's come in very quick.
Ooh,
baby. It's always good to have a time traveler listening.
Mine McFly.
Yeah, for me, same plugs as always. Be About a Boy on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And I've got shows coming up as part of the Good Chat Comedy Festival. I'm doing Comedy D on September 5th, 6 p.m.
What day is that?
It's a Sunday.
Ooh, pop along.
6 p.m. show. Me, Jameson Gilda's previous guest, Sarah Cook, previous guest, Jack Knight, probably future guest.
Get Jack Knight on, baby.
So we're all playing live D&D show, and we'll have a super secret special guest on who will be playing it for pretty much the first time. There's no prior experience. It's a 1-hour show. It's nice and quick.
Who is it?
I'll tell you afterwards.
Ooh. Gossip.
We'll probably promote it closer to the show. But anyway, it's yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Is it Mel Buttle?
No, it's not Mel Buttle.
I'm just gonna keep guessing till the end now.
And then also I have my own show. I was a little bit worried because I just had a message from the people who were organising the festival, like, "Hey mate, about your solo show, really sorry." And then I was like, "Fuck, what was this?" That was actually the reason why I was scattered.
Really sorry, we can't wait to put it on board.
Pretty much. And then I was like, I've just been scattered. I'm getting this turned around and getting it live for you shortly. I'm like, sick, awesome. So yeah, it is called What's All This Then? So it's just a solo show. I'm just doing one night only, 16th of September. It's just an hour of stuff I've been working on over the last year. It's pretty polished. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's just me working on it for an hour show for doing some festivals next year.
Sexy.
Yeah. Anyway, so my name has been Dan Dennis. Your name has been
Andrew Lee.
Andrew Lee, and until next time, keep on gaming that system. Bye.